So this is major scale variations and exercises that we can do, and the idea behind this is to give you a bit more flexibility in playing your scales, a few more twists and turns. It all adds to the depth of what you play. This is true whether it's rock playing or whether it's classical stuff. If you look at one of Mozart's scores, you don't need to read music to get it. It's like a Manhattan skyline. It isn't just a series of ups and downs. So, somebody going is, okay, that's what you do to start with. And as you get used to it, and so on and so forth. So the idea is when we're playing our major scales that we have that same facility, that same flexibility. So the first exercise we're going to look at is what's called a thirds exercise. Now, this is to do with your perception of how far away the strings are from each other in pitch. Now that sounds such an obvious thing, but it's to do with this. Let's suppose I played this. Okay, so I'm taking the first note of the scale, then the third. You can kind of imagine it on a keyboard. You could do this in 2 minutes, couldn't you, really? Okay, doing it on a guitar, but not doing it on one string, is a little bit more complicated. So here it is. There's our root and our third, second and fourth. Okay, that's third and fifth. Now I'm sure you can hear what's coming next. Now, as with everything else, down and up strokes, up and down strokes, take it all the way up the neck, bring it back down again. By the time you've been up here and come back down again, you'll know that pretty well. By the time you've done it 50 times, you'll know it really well. By the time you've done it 100 times, it'll be easy. Okay. Now, a lot of people talk about, oh yeah, just do this for 5 minutes and it'll be brilliant. That isn't how this works at all. So I'm just being realistic, but also constructive. If we can get the hang of this exercise with this scale, it's very easy to transfer it to some of our other fingering. So and so on. It's not difficult. But getting that first exercise done is actually quite tricky because you're actually teaching your brain a new skill here. So okay, so that's our thirds exercise. Now all the other exercises after that will be easier, quite simply because they're just not the first one you've done. So here's this one. This is taking the notes in groups of 4. So we start from our root note. Okay, then we drop to our second note. Now, this really is, the key with this is remembering where you started the last group of 4, because we're still, throughout all of these exercises, we're still playing the scale, although we're accompanying each note with stuff. So, okay, and that last little thing there seems to just end it a little bit better. Strictly speaking, it should be that. Okay, if you apply that to a pentatonic scale, so if you mix that in with some of your other stuff, then you're going to get some quite interesting sounds, aren't you? Now, all this is going to take a little bit of work, and it's really important to master each of these before you move on to the next one. And as I say, keep them within that 1 octave scale for the moment, because then you learn all the stuff you've got to learn in half the time that it's going to take you to learn it in a 2 octave scale. If you've already got that information in your head, you'll probably be able to play it on the 2 octave scale first time without even thinking about it. Well, let's say with a little bit of thought. Anyway, okay, so that's it for the moment, and I'll be following this up with part 2 fairly shortly. Okay, thanks a lot for watching, and as ever, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks a lot.